safe. Srinjoy Chaudhary, National Affairs Editor, joins us on the phone line. Srinjoy, the MEA now formally assuring what sources had told Times Now earlier that the Indian expatriate community is safe there in the midst of a political crisis.
Yes, there are about 30,000 Indians in the Maldives in different capacities, and all of them, according to the Indian government, are safe. This is something Times Now had put out a little earlier. The point is that apart from diplomatic personnel, there are business people there, there are tourists, there are all kinds of people, and there are people of Indian origin as well. The point here is, as far as Indian citizens are concerned, the Indian community are in touch with the High Commission and other diplomats, and they have been given certain tasks to do, and the basic point is that all of them are safe. There is no anti-India feeling in the Maldives right now, which basically ensures that they are not at risk.
That's right, Srinjoy. The MEA has also called the crisis an internal matter of the Maldivians, but the Maldivian polity definitely is in a state of flux. Where do you see things headed there?
Well, as far as the situation is concerned, there are several reasons that we hear from our sources in the government. One, of course, is the fact that it started with some kind of religious problem. And it started when a Pakistani monument that was gifted to the Maldives just before the SAARC summit a couple of months ago was found objectionable and attacked, of all things. And it's after that that it became a judicial political problem, and then it has got to the stage that it has, where the president of the Maldives, President Mohamed Nasheed, has had to resign. Now, what the Indian government is saying is that it will fully support and cooperate with the government of Maldives in its endeavor to promote peace and progress. So that is the main point, that India's support to the Maldives, regardless of anything, will continue to remain.
That's right, Srinjoy. Is the transition now of power to the Vice President imminent now?
Yes, that is absolutely imminent, and it's likely to happen very shortly. In fact, Vice President Dr. Mohamed Nasheed will now take over as President of the Maldives in a little while, and he will be head of a national government. That is the point that is being made by the government, that Mohamed Nasheed will head a national government comprising leaders of all political parties. That is being seen as a solution and a way to sort out this mess.
All right, so the MEA there issuing a statement saying that the Indian expatriate community in Maldives is safe. It's effectively a coup in Maldives, with the army forcing a change in the presidency, and the military has now claimed that President Mohamed Nasheed resigned following protests over his order to arrest a judge. The president of Maldives minutes ago, at the time when he was the president, announced his resignation and said that he resigned to avoid using force against his own people.
I think I would like to restrict myself to the official information that I have received so far. I did speak to the High Commission, and as data is already available with you, the President has resigned, and the main motive under which he had resigned was to try and see that there is no public unrest, and we would only request that it not be taken in any other way. And right now there is a request that the Vice President takes over the power at this point in time. But again, we are waiting for further instructions coming back from Maldives. And we do not see any panic. Yes, it is a change of power, and let the Constitution and the law provide for the course of the next steps. And India is there to support, because the trade ties between India, the entire relationship between India and Maldives still happens to be as strong as it's ever been. And I'm sure India will extend as much support as we can to be able to bring back Maldives into a state of normalcy. At this point in time, nothing is envisioned. Like I said, the public unrest that was being taken out of view, I think that is being brought under control, and things should be quite normal in the coming days. So I do not believe that there is any such evacuation plan that is being talked about. And as soon as we receive any official information, we'd be more than happy to communicate that.
Actually, here we don't have a coup. It is not a coup. That people have been talking about this matter for a long time, since in the past 2 years. There has been some frustrations here in the country due to some actually, I would rather say President Nasheed was a notorious person, a kind of notorious person that when he wished to do something, he just wanted to do it. And that has led some people to actually, they didn't like the way he do the things. And then the kind of force he has been using, actually it isn't brutal anyhow. He was doing quite normally those kinds of things, and he comes out something. But the ruling Democratic Party here, there had been bringing this hatred among the people, and then it changed.
He has actually resigned about 1.5 hours ago, but about 5 minutes ago he came to he was brought from the police headquarters, from the army headquarters, which he went himself there in the morning. He was brought to his office in a car, and there he has met his cabinet, and he has officially announced that he has resigned. Actually, there's nothing to do with the coup. Actually, this is just the foolishness of the government advisors, because of the just foolishness, just madness of the government. That's all. There was no coup, nothing like that. Last night, the people, actually, the demonstration was done only with only 200 to 300 people. They were only calling the government to come into the boundary of the legislation of the constitution. They never asked them to resign the government. They never demanded that. No, actually, what has happened is on the 16th of January, the president used his forces, army forces, and pulled a judge out from his house in the midnight and took him to an army train in one island. And he was kept there without taking to any court or without taking any legal action against him. Just like a kidnapped man, he was kept there. So actually, the problem came not because of the judge, but because of the way that the government dealt with the Maldivian.